Welcome to the Art of Hitting channel. Today we got a little short clips on two of these buddy of mine that lived in this area for over 40 years. We've been playing against them. I've been playing against them since they were, technically just teenagers, young men.
Hard, and that
I
is
was like 32. They were like 17 or 16, 18.
Two-runner.
Let's listen to them boys. Okay, I'm out here at Carter Road, and today come out to watch the Mellow guys that my son plays for, Scott. But I'm going to do an interview with two guys that I've known for like 46, 47 years, Bion Henderson and Eddie Hicks. Two guys that I was like 32 when I started playing against them in Melbourne. I've been playing since I was 20 in Melbourne. But I was the old man back then, still the old man. These guys are good players, and they played really well, and they were main competition in Melbourne for the teams that I played on. They kind of, they might say they hated me. I don't know, but it's all about softball. And there's two kinds of softball. The kind of softball that I play, chasing the ring, trying to be the best. There's a long story about, well, I won't get into that right now. Let me just intro this. But the other part of it is, playing to win and doing your best, but playing with your buddies, having a lot of fun, and just the camaraderie. And that's what Eddie and Bion, they've been playing together now for 40-something years together. That's pretty impressive in itself. So let's go talk to those guys. We're going to talk about Okay. I want to do a piece on you guys. I set it up that you guys and I have known each other for what, 40 years? Or
46 years.
46 years, right. You guys were kids and I was an old man back then.
Yeah.
And we hated you, Ed.
We hated you.
We never hated anybody.
I wanted you to say
We had a high degree of dislike.
We disliked you.
I do.
High degree.
Yeah. Well, look, dude.
We was rivalries, man.
Well, I put it like this and see what you think. I got a bad rap in my community because I wanted to be a winner.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the big. I
wanted to win everything.
I wanted to be I wanted, You guys played with your buddies and your family. That's a good way to put it. And that's two kinds of softball.
Yep.
There's a softball I play that you chase the dream.
Yep.
Okay. Which it's just a freaking game.
We won a lot of tournaments. And had a lot of fun.
When you drank and drinking's not part of your deal.
And our wives were always a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah,
loaded up, family, everything. It was all about family.
Well, that's what softball is. It's two parts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you guys do it well. You're going to go out there and eat and drink now, right?
Yeah,
I'm going to get some of that. But let's talk about the old days. I remember. I always tell this story where I remember being up, and I'll never forget it. Because it was the first time ever. I mean, I've always been a guy that most people didn't like unless they played with me. But you guys are out there.
Right?
You guys are out there, and they said, "Look, Ed, look out there." And you had this stick out there with a dummy on it, and you wrote "Rose" on the dummy.
Yep.
And then you burnt the sun.
burnt
And then you guys probably don't remember this, but I did hit a home run. And I ran around the bases going, "Hey guys, stick it up your ass." I didn't say that, but no, that was all clean fun. It was fun. Yeah, Joe Skeen was a great guy. You guys had a great team, and you guys did well in the level that you played.
Absolutely.
And that's all that really counts.
That's what we did. We played D-ball most of the time.
That's it.
Limited home runs,
So let me ask you this now. Over the years, you guys seem to mellow, with me. You don't dislike me as much.
Well,
we got to know you, Ed. You wasn't on the other side of the line all the time.
Remember that first time we went to? You actually asked me to go to Dominican.
Oh, did I?
Ed
Oh,
Rose
yeah.
asked me to go
Oh, wait
play
a minute,
ball.
folks. I got to tell you, this is the Dominican home run king. Never did you ever make a regular hit? You hit all home runs.
All home runs. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't hit one. I was sicker than a dog.
Yeah, you were.
But you were the Dominican home run king.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and you
Even
helped.
with all those big guys from Hollis and everything.
Yeah,
all those monsters.
Actually, Ed, honestly, to get Scott on our team, he had to bring you along.
Right.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Let's go have some snacks.
Okay, man. The picture of me holding my hand up there like that is exactly what I did when I ran around, hit that home run, when they're burning me in effigy. But yeah, Boomer Sports Rub. Don't forget that. That's the best sports rub in the business. Here's where the real fun begins, huh? Guys sit around and drop a few Coronas down. Look at that. What are you dropping
I
down?
don't
Bagel?
remember, you know, way back in the day, Ed, going way, way back, I don't remember you sitting around on the tailgate having a beer with guys.
Never.
It wasn't until you got in your 50s and stuff like that, and then you started hanging out with the mellow guys. You
Yeah.
guys would go play, and all of a sudden you'd stay the night at the hotel with us. You'd go to dinner with us. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 70 when I was with
I
Noah.
know, that was a few years ago. But
was-
that was, you had a lot of fun when you hung around us.
I remember when I was, back in the 70s, I would Cindy and those guys, we'd go to a state championship and they'd all say, hey, have a beer. So I'd have a beer once in a while. Not
Yeah.
much. No, dude, I'm not much about sitting around and not because I didn't, but I'm always doing something.
Right. Oh, yeah. You're always doing
and
something.
I got
Always
that.
doing
Like, right now, if I was home, I'd be putting videos together.
Right.
You had a great
Hey,
day.
remember old Daniel Stark?
Who?
Daniel Stark?
Danny Stark? Hey, me and him are buds, man.
He's one of my customers. Every time I talk to him, he's like, he tells the same stories, softball stories, and I used to play.
He's the only guy in my career that's ever run into me in the outfield, or vice versa. But he went right over my freaking head. I still remember it like it was yesterday.
To live in our street, didn't he?
Yeah.
Soft tech.
Yeah, me and Danny
Always drove
played
with
back
the
in, when we were kids, man. I mean,
I spray his yard over there. He does over.
Oh, did he?
Playing off Lake Washington.
Still lives out like Washington.
Wait a minute, you
Oh,
played
you-
with him when you were a kid? Like going back to Little League? And
no, dude. I meant kid softball.
Oh,
Was
18,
I started
20.
I played softball. I started playing softball right after I got married. Joe Skeen. But yeah, I don't. Hold on a minute.
Today we got here a couple Rose boys, father, son. Ed, what's it like to be in the game this long and see somebody come along behind you?
See somebody, my son, right? 26 years ago, I started in this league. And Scott and I, we're not new to playing together. We actually played together when we were, I was younger. He was a young man. We played, what was it, C-ball? Yeah, Scott was, I remember Scott, the first time we ever played, he was 15. I ran out of guys. I put Scott in the lineup. The kid went 3 for 4. He was always a great player, but how's it feel to be this old and still playing? It feels great. Have my son play, who is, he's probably a hell of a lot better here than I was, but he didn't play as much as me. But what about you, Scott? What do you think?
That's a lot of fun. Gets me out of the house. Get to spend time with Pops. I do remember that time, Connect Field, about 1986.
Yeah.
I was bat boy. You didn't miss a beat. You said, Rose, get in there. I grabbed the bat. I still remember I just swung everything I had, and it just barely went over the shortstop's head, and I did it 3 times in a row. I don't know if that was the old Sam Metellus team or.
I think I don't know what it was either. It was Sam. But you enjoyed that little short. Don't forget to hit subscribe.